special interview we promised you with best-selling author Amish Tripathi. Now, alongside Chetan Bhagat, Amish Tripathi is perhaps the few among Indian authors who's actually selling books in millions. So far, 5 of his books combined have sold over 4 million copies. Remember the famous Shiva trilogy. Now he's also penning the Ramchandra 5-part series, and the recent installment from that, of course, is Sita, Warrior of Mithila. Now we caught up with him not just to ask him about his books, his fascination with mythology, but we also got him talking about his transition from a banker to author, what he thinks entrepreneurs can learn from mythology, from history, and we also got him to share some tips that entrepreneurs can use to ensure that their marketing is as good as product.
Initial reviews have been very positive, and I think in the modern day we'd actually forgotten to see Sita Ma, and we'd got a certain image of Sita Ma because of some television serials, because of Amrita Katha comics. But the ancient versions of the Ramayana do show her as a very strong warrior, as a strong woman. And I thought, even for me, it was very pleasurable to write
because
something like
you
this.
usually see her as a very subservient kind of person.
The reviewers have actually appreciated this, that we are seeing her as a strong person, as a warrior, as a person who stands up for dharma, for what she believes is right. If you see even her story trajectory, she's essentially an adopted child. She wasn't the natural born daughter of King Janak and Queen Sunana. She was found in the field, in a furrow, hence her name Sita. And so imagine an adopted child in a royal family where bloodline means everything. So you can imagine the pressure she would be under, right? An adopted child who rises to become a prime minister of a kingdom, rises to become a warrior, and then rises to become a goddess. Wouldn't take some strength of character, right? That's what this adventure and story is about.
Right, but there have been, attempts by other authors as well to sort of give a modern spin on Sita, to sort of narrate the Ramayana from her perspective and not from a patriarchal kind of perspective. So, do you think it's a category that's sort of, been exhausted? What new perspective will Amish bring?
Actually, the answer to your question was in the question itself, because most of what you've read till now is the Ramayana from Lady Sita's perspective. The very word Ramayana means the journey of Ram.
Right.
So the Ramayana is the story of Lord Ram as the hero, and everyone else is a character who comes in at some point of time in the story. In the Ramayana, Lady Sita comes in halfway through the story when they get married. This is not my book, Sita, Warrior of Mithila, is not the Ramayana from Lady Sita's perspective. It is her story.
Also, very interesting transition for you, from banker to author. What part do you miss the most about being a
banking?
Or are you kind
the
of
answer
happy
to that question is
at
in the question itself again.
No, but are you kind of relieved looking at the state of banks in India today that, thank God I left banks when there were not so many bad loans and hundreds of thousands of crores of NPAs?
Okay, even if I left banking in 2011, but even if I say so myself, the Indian banking industry has been far more stable and far more conservative than most developing countries, and I dare say some developed countries as well. There are issues right now. A lot of it is structural. A lot of it was frankly crony capitalism that happened, and there has to be some structural solutions for it. But the Indian banking system is not as bad as most other countries at this level of development.
How difficult is it for you to reach out to a wider set of readers to ensure that you're not boxed into one category, that your ideology is not defined by what you write?
Most Indians are firmly in the center. Most Indians are deeply religious and deeply liberal. By liberal I don't mean leftist. By liberal I mean the ability to respect a different point of view, to accept that there can be multiple truths. And my books are actually for people in the center. I don't speak, my books aren't for the people in the left wing extreme or the right wing extreme. I am a deeply proud Indian. I am very patriotic. I am not embarrassed of it at all. But at the same time, I believe true patriotism means that things which need to be criticized should be criticized.
Are there lessons in mythology in our past that can help entrepreneurs of today? Because it is a very difficult time.
Rather than looking at short-term bliss, one has to look at the long-term trajectory. The long-term trajectory is very rarely in history do you see a country of this scale rising. And we are the lucky generation which is a part of this journey. What can be better, man? And that's the way I would look at it, even from our ancient past.
How helpful have the likes of Flipkart, Amazon, and
fantastic,
been
man.
for you, and even Amazon Kindle? Like, are you seeing a lot of uptake there?
No, certainly, and Bengaluru itself is a huge, market for books. It's grown dramatically, and online sales as well. I mean, for my first book, which was 2010. Which frankly, if you think about it, is not so long ago, it's just 7 years. Online would have been less than 5%. Today, online is a good, 40%, 45%. It's truly expanded the market. Online ensures that our books can be available even in small towns,
right,
where there are no bookstores.
Right,
So it truly expands the distribution network.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.